Welcome back to Fairwick, the night of the 17th of January, 1983. Yes, I will say the dates that way because that's how it makes sense for the rest of the world. Uh,
No arguments.
no arguments, right? Good. It is very late at night, probably close to 11:30 at night. 11:30. Percy, you have been away for a bit now. Uh, Left in a bit of a hurry, and somebody did give you a quick call for something that you judge important enough to just get the fuck out of here right now
Yep.
before you miss your chance. But now that this is dealt with, here you are, coming back home. As you pull in the driveway, there is currently no lights in the house. There's probably like a little porch light turned on just in case.
Can I tell what vehicles are outside to tell who all is at my house? Because it's a toss-up sometimes. I know I'm in Tiff's vehicle right now, but
Yeah. I do believe, did Bia spend the night there? I do believe so. Tiff is there as well.
okay.
Hannah,
Is
can you roll
Letitia-
me a d6, please?
Sure.
Just to see if there's another vehicle in the driveway that is about to possibly leave.
Mhm.
Let me. Let me put like an extra d6 on this thing that I have. That's a different color. I have my digital dice out because they've actually been rolling really well for me. So let me just put a 4.
4. So Percy, there's an extra vehicle in the driveway, and as you're about to pull in, you do see your front door is opening.
I assume that I recognize this vehicle.
You've probably seen like once or twice at least, if not more.
Yeah. One that there was complaints of a tracker being on at one point. Or well, sorry, no, that was on Tiff's.
Yeah.
It is a Jimmy's. It is a Jimmy's is what I'm trying to ask.
Yeah, you've seen that car before.
Uh-huh. Right.
And as you pull in the driveway, you essentially see a young man that looks like a deer in a light.
I'll just step out, like close the door so it makes that loud pop as I do so. Hey, Jimmy.
Hi, Mr. Banks.
House has been real popular lately.
Do you mean?
I mean, lots of weird folks keep coming in and out of it. Listen, we're going to make this as brief as possible because I don't think either of us want to be in this conversation. You talked to my daughter recently?
I mean, he turns around. Yes.
Cool. She share any interesting information with you?
I mean, she's going to UPenn.
Right. And the rest of it, did she tell you the rest of it?
Hey, look trying to look inside it too. See if this is.
Am I like standing right behind the door hearing this?
Probably nearby-ish. If you if you.
I mean, I would have walked him to the door to kiss him goodbye. So
Yeah.
I open the door and I grab the back of his shirt and go, "This is gonna suck. Get in here." Hi, Dad.
Hi, Tiff. Yeah, sure. Sure, yeah, you can come over. That's fine. I'm just gonna come inside.
Over?
Just He's been gone for like a day and a half. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah, have you
Hi,
had...
welcome home?
Thank you. Have you talked to him?
Yes.
Cool.
Everything
All
is fine. And I look at Jimmy and I kind of gesture at my neck, which now has no hickey on it because part of why he came over is I showed him that I could heal myself. Because I wasn't about to let Percy see that shit. Like, he knows, and I like do like a fire hand thing. He knows. He's fine with it.
All right, both of you sit down on the couch. Is Bia here?
She went to bed like 2 hours ago.
That's fine. She can sleep. I need to talk to the two of you for a second.
Oh Jesus.
God. Sit down.
Am I in trouble?
No.
I'm gonna grab my bag out of the car, make sure it's all locked up, and walk inside. Just kind of set it down and sit heavily on top of one of the recliners.
I have my face in my hands like this, and I'm just shaking my head.
Right. Jimmy, going to UPenn with Tiff. That's nice.
Yes, it is. It's good for our future, and for Tiff's future.
Yeah.
Good. University.
Sure is.
College,
Look,
whatever you use as a term.
I'm gonna use this time to say something, and I'm gonna make it real brief. Okay.
Okay.
I'm trusting.
Beat red.
I'm trusting her to use magic and fight monsters. I'm trusting you to keep your mouth shut about it. If I could trust you both to do that, I can trust you both to take care of each other. But the moment either of you hurts one another, you come to me or you come to Bia. Got it?
We're not going to hurt one another, but okay.
Yeah, well.
And I look at Jimmy, and I'm like...
I'm not talking physically.
Am I missing
to be clear?
Am I missing something here?
I think he's concerned that if we break up, you tell people about me.
Oh, no. I'm way too afraid for that.
Actually, it was coming from a place of making sure that you both are okay, because when you got a big secret like that, it makes relationships hard. So just take care of each other. And I will give you no more shit. Don't do shit in my house.
He didn't do anything. He came over to hang out for...
I don't give a shit. Don't do shit in my house. I don't care what has happened, what hasn't happened. I'm setting that boundary.
And I look at him and I look at Jimmy and I look at him and I look at Jimmy and I'm just like, he's changed so much and since just fucking Halloween. I find out he's my dad and the whole world got weird. I'm sorry, babe.
It's okay, I think. Don't worry, Mr. Banks. Everything is gonna be okay. Can I go now?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Come on, I'll walk you to the truck and I'll walk him to his truck.
I'll see you tomorrow, I guess.
I probably stay outside with him for like 20 or 30 minutes and just like hug him and we chat and like...
I go to get a drink and the bottle's empty. I'm like, what the fucking... Okay.
That was Tiff and Cade at Christmas.
That was also Lakeisha, Bia, and Tiff last episode.
This is true. That was the rest of the bottle.
That was the remaining.
Yeah.
And I just kind of give him a hug. And I'm like, things are gonna be really, really weird for a little bit, and I'm really sorry about it. He's being super protective because he went through some shit because of all of this, and Mama's being weird on top of everything else. So
I think he needs help.
He has Bia. He's getting better.
Yeah, I mean, she's really good as a teacher. I'm sure she's really good for other things too. So hopefully, I don't know. He's not like gonna come to my house and beat me up or something, right?
I mean, with everything that you and I have been through with him, if he did that, that would shock me to no end, and I would never forgive him.
Okay, because honestly, it can be a bit terrifying at times.
He has the dad gene and didn't realize it. Think about how your mom gets about you when you go out like super late, especially with everything that happened with Timothy.
True, I'm probably gonna be in shit when I get home. So I should go, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see you at school. And I like kind of jump up and give him a kiss on the cheek and then go back in the house.
You check, like, if just in case, like, Percy's like staring at him, like,
The second I see him looking at the window, I grab him and I actually kiss him. It's fine. The man literally walked up on us making out in the backseat of your truck. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, but it's just somehow weirder now.
It is weirder now because now we know he's my dad. It's fine, though.
All right.
And besides, I can sleep at your place. Your parents don't care.
True.
So just keep the basement door unlocked next time. I came over a couple weeks ago and it was locked and I couldn't get in to say hey.
All right, I'll remember that.
Okay.
All right. See you
Either that or
tomorrow.
get me a key to that door.
I can maybe do that.
Go to the hardware store and get me a key.
I mean, okay, I can do that.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go home,
Yeah, go home.
sleep. It's practice tomorrow, so I need to be awake for that.
I'm sure Coach is going to find out you were here because Percy is probably waking her up right now. She'll go easy on you.
It was very loud.
Welcome to my new life.
All right, well, see you tomorrow.
Okay.
He drives away, promptly and very quickly, just in case, Percy decides to follow him.
Tiffany stands outside the front door and watches him tear down the driveway and up the street and just shakes her head and goes inside.
While Tiffany's out there talking with him, Percy does not watch them through the window. He leaves them alone. He goes into his conspiracy room, in which case he sees all of the new string that has been wrapped around everywhere. And he takes a second to look at it, nods, moves one string. Then he's going to go over to the safe in the corner and unlock it. And he's going to pull out a small leather notebook, which he flips through. And every single page has been filled within the past few days. And he's just going to take in a deep sigh, put it in, close and lock it. And then before Tiff comes back in, he's just going to go to bed, go to his bedroom and try to go to sleep. If B is still awake or asleep, I don't know.
I think she did, I think when you get in the room, she just kind of is like, "We're better than I expected."
Yeah, didn't feel like giving him a hard time tonight. Maybe some other time. Sorry I was gone for so long. Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. Did you get what you needed to get done?
Yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow. Let's get some sleep. It's late. He'll just crawl in bed and give her a peck on the cheek, but he probably does not go to sleep. He just continues to stare at the ceiling for most of the night.
He is absolutely doing the thing where it's just like half asleep, snuggles in.
Wonderful.
Just stay there.
All right. With that scene down, you all get okay night rest. And we are now the morning of the 18th. Bia,
Yes.
you are an early riser because especially like on a day that you work.
Yep.
You are barely awake. Roll me weird.
All right.
And away we go.
Well, that's a very promising start. 6 and a 1 for a total of 6.
Okay. I mean,
So that's full failure.
yeah, could have been worse, I guess.
Well, something bad is going to happen to you, so not really.
Yeah. So, as you're eyes open in the morning. The bed in which you fell asleep in. For a moment, you find yourself in a completely different location. That room that you saw the day before. It's like you are laying on that floor. You feel very cold. You feel a searing pain. The night before was essentially, like as if you got like cut down the torso. Now it feels more you know that feeling when you like burn your like finger on like hot stove and at multiple places on your body as if your body was being branded. You have a vision of this piece of iron turning from orange to white, and once more that searing pain. But no sound. It is just visual pain, but no sound. And you feel as if you're being watched from very far. You wake up with Percy by your side in the bedroom in which you fell asleep in.
I think she wakes up with enough of a scream that it probably wakes him up.
Mm-hmm.
Since he wasn't asleep, he immediately kind of holds on to her a little bit tighter.
Just like the day before, there's a slight remnant of pain.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. You're here. You're here. Are you okay? It's all right. Bad dream?
Yeah. Vision. Fuck.
You had many of those since I left?
Yeah, I had one. This one related. She's going to describe both the vision from yesterday, and I don't think they really figured out much about it specifically, except the cabin thing, and then the new details of this vision, the fact that she was there again. And it's just like, I got these ones hurt. These ones are hurting. They don't do that usually. Well, they'll
Yeah.
hurt, but they're still
They
hurting.
don't stay.
Yeah.
Can I inspect Bia, like see if there's any like visual signs of physical damage?
You look at Bia real quick. You don't see any external sign of trauma or pain or anything that could cause it.
Okay, well, best way to fix that is to get this stopped. Whatever visions you're seeing, don't let them keep doing it, right?
Yeah, theoretically, that would be good. at least make them be that's something else.
Yeah. Well, maybe I can help with that. We should get everybody together.
Now?
Probably.
Did you go to sleep at all last night?
I tried, I promise. Got a lot weighing on me. Would be a lot easier if I was able to lay it out in front of everybody else to make sure I'm not going crazy.
And she looks over at her radio clock. It's like, shit.
Knock, 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 knock.
Yeah.
Everybody okay?
Yeah, kiddo, we're all right.
Sure?
Dreams, visions, bullshit.
Again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would
Need
you?
anything?
Yeah, could you call Keish? Actually, I think maybe we should have a meeting.
Oh, hope she's up. And I will go dial the number that we have for Lakeisha, hoping that she kept the same number, because I don't know if I have it or not, but I'm hoping it's like on a board or something, and I'll call the number that we have for Lakeisha's house. I don't know if she's at Mimi's, I don't know if she's home, but I'll call Lakeisha's house.
That's a good question. Where did Lakeisha went to bed the night before?
Lakeisha more than likely went back to her own place because she's had a crisis of conscience, knowing that there's information that Mimi is hiding from her. And you know what? If Mimi has a big caseload these days, let her handle her business. So yeah, when she's got the same number, and when Tiff calls, yo.
Hey, Miss Lakeisha, Bia had another vision. I think it's really bad this time. She woke up screaming. It woke me up. Percy said to call you and tell you to get over here as quick as you can.
Shit. All right. I'll be right there.
I'll put the coffee on. And I hang up and I go start making coffee and starting to make some sort of breakfast for everybody.
I think while Tiff's doing that, he goes,
And I start tea for Bia, sorry.
And Lakeisha puts down the log she's probably working out with and goes.
While that's happening, Bia's like, oh shit, it reminded me of something. The guys that are chasing Cade,
Yeah.
they're at least going by Michael and Gabriel. And I got a really bad feeling that it might actually be them. I'm sorry, I did not think to do a formal introduction. I was a little bit...
No, and I ran off so suddenly. God, I have in my notes Nephilim ? I was so close, but no, that is a little further than Nephilim. I was close.
That is
fucking
close. I'm not up on my angelic structures. That's not really a thing we do in the Methodism. But...
Nephilim are half angel, sometimes demon. It's Bible folklore is fucked. God, but I was close. I was this close to putting it together, and I'm okay. You stole my thunder a little bit, but that's fine. That's is also terrifying. But
just a little.
It does put some pieces together that, unfortunately, I think my theory has a little bit more validity now.
Yeah, and the angel statue I saw that had blood on it, that was that church's statue of Michael. So there's whack shit happening.
There's a lot of whack shit, and it's connected to more things than we think, which is why I need to talk to everybody. I did some research on some certain things that Tiff might not be too happy about me looking into, but it is important, and I was following a hunch, and I think I'm correct. At least somewhat.
Right. Well, better get at least I'm gonna not be doing whatever this meeting is in my nightgown. Thank you.
Yeah, no, please, sorry. You do what you gotta.
She's gonna like give one last squeeze and get up and get dressed.
Percy will get up, give her another hug just to make sure she's okay before he goes to go get himself some coffee. But he's already a little wired despite really not sleeping, so. But he'll go get some caffeine.
Yeah, Tiff has pulled out like a loaf of bread and the butter and a thing of jelly, and she's just made a gigantic bowl of scrambled eggs.
Good stuff.
It's fast, it's good protein, everybody can eat. It's sitting in the middle of the table, and she's like, Dad, you got this from here? Because I have to go take care of a thing before Keisha gets here.
Yeah, no, you go do what you gotta do. Also, hey, congratulations on Jimmy, by the way. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah. Okay. Go.
Went, yeah. And I'll talk to you about it later. And she'll just like run downstairs, and all of a sudden you hear like pounding in the basement. And she's like, damn it, this is probably too loud. And she comes up and she's got her ballet shoes in her hand, and she runs out in the back in nothing but like her shorts and her boots and like a hoodie. And she's beating them against the side of a tree because she's breaking in her new ballet shoes because she hasn't had a chance to do it yet. And she's got ballet on Tuesdays. Percy's never seen her do it because he's not.
I was gonna say, I don't think Percy knows a single thing about ballet. Yeah, so he's just like, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's normal, right?
Yeah.
It's fully normal. You have to break them bad boys in.
Got a door that's just slamming them into.
She goes and finds a sturdy but thin enough tree that she could just beat the shoes on for a little bit without making enough noise that it's going to hurt Bia's head. So you'll probably come out, and she's just like in the backyard, just beating a tree.
Are Tiff and Jimmy fighting, or is this?
I don't know. What is it with this group and abusing trees?
I hadn't thought about that. Huh. Hey, what do you think Keisha's gonna get?
As soon as I start hearing like Lakeisha's engine down the street, I will come inside.
Yeah, it's probably not very long after that Lakeisha, you would probably be pulling it in the driveway.
Yep.
You might like hear some leftover shoe beating, but
Yeah. Especially if there's an angle to be able to see the backyard from the street a little bit, like just see like hearing a smack, and I'm like, okay, all right, I have no idea, but we're going in. Hey, listen, who do I got a mug for some coffee and some eggs? Okay, there it is. There we go. Make a beeline right to the offerings there on the dinner table there, breakfast table, and just start chowing down.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Percy's going to wait for everybody to be ready. You know, no more beating shoes or anything. He'll go back into his room and pull that notebook out of the safe and bring it in as well. And then he's kind of motion for everybody to come gather around. Okay, sorry for doing this so early in the morning. Keish, thanks for showing up so quickly. Appreciate it. I left because I had a hunch and I needed to. I was missing a piece, and I had to put it together, and I didn't want to do it here because certain entities are watching us. But I think that I have come up with a reasonable theory on what's happening in this town, and I think it's a lot more connected than we might think. So we're going to start from the beginning. Obviously, the most recent event is Cade. Cade is missing because their demon friend needed to remove them from the situation because they felt danger. That danger being who we now know to be Gabriel and Michael, correct?
Yep.
He'll take like a pencil and cross out Nephilim and write angels in big old letters. Which is what I was...
Dad, archangels.
Fucking archangels. Okay. The point is, they are here and obviously they have an issue with fuck, how do you say his name? Andromalius, Malleus.
Andrew Malleus, but I just call him Andy at this point because why not?
I am not on a first name basis with this demon. I feel it's disrespectful. And Cade's friend, he obviously had issues with the angels, but I don't think that's why they're here. I think maybe they misunderstood. They knew something was happening. Something of divine nature, like a god. Maybe an old god. Point number 2, Dr. Frankenstein. We know that in their attempts to create the monsters that they were messing with old magic. Very old. Pagan. It is difficult to get your hands on that sort of thing unless you find a source of it that is not easily watched, such as a forgotten or old god. My theory was that was what was happening, but I didn't have a reason to truly put that together. That is where my leaving town came from. Subject number 3, Council of Wizards. Tiff, you have been under the watch of a certain entity for some time that we didn't know much about, so I went and tracked them. Found out more about them.
Well, shit.
By yourself?
I didn't interact with them. I just went to go do some research. I have a buddy down in Philadelphia who has information on this sort of thing. He collects older books, went and cashed in a favor. The Council of Wizards are a more recent sect of a larger organization, but their main purpose is to study and observe pagan rituals and fanatics.
Oh my god, Purse, listen, if the word Illuminati comes out of your mouth, oh my god.
I do not have Illuminati on here. He tears a page out and stuffs it in his pocket. And if I did, it would have been irrelevant after I did more research, okay? So, we're ignoring that. But the Council of Wizards do look into pagan gods, and specifically, they are actually on the side of trying to keep more radical zealots from doing absurd things that might draw attention to pagan rituals. Which is why I'm worried that they've been looking at our town, and specifically looking into Tiff. Yes, Tiff, you have a question.
Preventing them?
It depends. Again, I wasn't able to directly interact with them for obvious reasons. I was told to stay out of trouble. But yes, they keep individuals from doing too extreme of things that will draw attention to the practices and arts.
So they're pro-pagan.
Yes.
They're just trying to, okay.
As far as I could tell, they study and practice it, but they do try and, it's almost like they're law enforcement. They try and keep individuals from going too far.
But they get to decide what's too, wait, okay.
I don't know. Again, I wasn't able to talk with them. This is
Immediately starts looking over her shoulder compulsively because of what she did over the weekend.
Oh my god, why is it always small towns? This is also like, why do small towns always get the UFO?
Thank you. No, actually, yes, that's the next. Thank you. That's the next part. Okay. Why Fairwick? Why the small town? Why is it all centered here? Right? That leads to the agency. At first, I always assumed the agency was based in watching over this specific area so intently because there was so much information, so many weird happenings. But then I began to realize, are they there studying that? Or are they here studying what causes them? Where did Dr. Frankenstein get the old magic? Why are the angels here? Where did Andromalius come from? Why does Tiff have magic? What is here in this town that is causing this?
The reservoir. It's man-made.
That's the thought. I think we tapped into something.
Wait, whoa. Okay. So, to recap, you're saying that a clandestine secret government agency
Yeah.
is actually trying to harness a way to use magic?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they're here to contain it. Maybe they're here trying to harness it, but they are almost certainly
reservoir
here
was
because of it.
built by the government. What if they found something and they put an agency office here to monitor it?
I mean, let's be
that
fair.
reservoir's ancient. Like, it was dug forever ago.
Exactly. And it only makes more sense. I mean, let's be honest. This town has weird shit happen all the time. I was disbarred from being the sheriff because I claimed weird stuff happened and nobody questioned that.
And then there's all the mines outside of town.
I mean, too much keeps happening here. And
Well,
I assume
it
the
doesn't-
reservoir is a part of it.
Well, it doesn't help that, the majority of the population believes in the one true God that has zero to do with old gods, old powers, magic, anything. Which, I mean, listen, if you're gonna believe in one intangible aspect, why not make room for the other? My 2 cents. However, I know that I was raised with parents who tried to get me to, Christian church every Sunday. So regardless of what I believe now or not, you still gotta help me wrap my head around the fact that, like, they're aware, but what are they, well, shit, are they gonna try to weaponize the magic, maybe? I
think you're thinking too. I think you're thinking too much into it. I think they're here to just monitor what's going on, and if they could use it for the government, to use it for the government. Because when has our government ever not taken anything that they could use against everyone else and used it to their advantage?
Well, shit.
It might not just be the agency. It may be the people they report to.
I think regardless, because yes, that's true, but we're a little too in the weeds here. There are many entities looking at this town right now. Angels, archangels, demons, the agency, at whatever Dr. Frankenstein is, which I've been thinking about it a lot. They had a lot of very advanced equipment, and I am starting to wonder where they got that from. So, well, point is, everybody's here for a reason, and I think that those angels showed up looking for something, and they found a demon, but that's not why they're here. Because why were they still here? Cade left. They should have sensed that the demon left if that's what they were tracking.
You would have thought.
Yeah, but then they went to her apartment. They were in their apartment.
Exactly. I mean, how did they find the demon? If they could sense the demon, then that makes one thing. But Cade left and they went to their apartment. Either they're still sensing something, or that's not what they're tracking in the first place.
I mean, to be fair, I literally talked to him like 2 days ago, and
yeah, that's
sorry, Keisha. I don't know if we filled you in on that. You would think that would have brought them back here if they were looking for him.
I mean,
but that's what he said, is that he was protecting Cade.
Yeah.
So that still has got to have something to do with it. Unless that's,
if I'm a demon,
damage?
if I'm a demon and 2 archangels show up, I get the hell out of Dodge. I don't ask why they're there.
That's
Oh,
that would be my vote as well.
As you're all having this conversation, you hear a tunk on the front door.
Hang on, I'll get it. Give me a sec. I close up my book, gather all my pages, make sure that they're not in sight. Then I'll go look it through the window, see who's there.
It's just a newspaper.
Right, okay. I'll open,
just
grab it.
Tossed it, and it tunked your door instead of...
Damn, that's a long driveway. That kid's got a hell of a
Yeah,
run. Get
for
him
real.
for baseball next season.
What's your name, kid?
right?
Do you want to play third base?
He's on my little league team.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I'll grab the paper and close the door. And I guess I'll just absently look at the headlines as I'm walking back to the table, just trying to give something so that my brain doesn't focus solely on this and I get muddled.
Tiff looks at the clock. How close is it to? I mean, we were all up really, really early. Is it getting closer to like 6 or 7 or like 7-ish in the
It's
morning?
getting close to 7.
Okay.
Closer to 7:15, in fact.
I gotta go, y'all.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Ms. Via, you should just call out of work.
No,
There's nothing going on today. Just call out of work. Tell Jimmy to run baseball practice.
At least
Yeah,
you
you're
could
looking
do
a
to help
little,
us out.
Yeah, you're looking a little peaked there, Rob.
I'll come home with the list of the abandoned cabins. You get some rest today. Dad'll take care of you.
Yeah.
Let him take care of you, please. For me, if not for yourself.
Yeah,
It'll make me feel better.
All right, fine. Jesus.
She runs downstairs, grabs all of her stuff, grabs her ballet bag, grabs like everything she needs for the day, and she like runs back in the kitchen. I need my keys.
Oh, right. Yeah. Sorry. I all gassed up for you. There
Thank
you
you. And she leaves. And she's going to run. She's going to do exactly what she had said the day previous. She's going to run by the courthouse because they open at 7:30. Run into the county clerk's office, drop off the paperwork that only Percy knows about. She's going to do some scribbling to make a couple of little edits, hand it over, and then she's going to ask the clerk to get her a list of all the abandoned cabins out where the people have cabins in like southeastern Fairwick off the lake, where like the little vacation homes for the tourists and stuff are.
Yeah. Since this is a slightly weird request, could you roll me? I think it would be. Do you want to manipulate someone so it's really like your,
Charm?
Charm. Yeah.
Yep.
Oof. Oof. That's an experience point and a level for me for a 5.
You see that they take down some notes. But
I mean, I can come pick up the list later. Like,
it's just,
we're looking to potentially buy some property. My dad needs a bigger house. We're looking at abandoned spots that we might be for sale.
all right. Was your dad?
Percy Banks?
Okay. Yeah. Sure. I guess.
My mom is Laura Tate. My stepdad is Robbie Tate. Like, hi, cheerleader at the school. Like,
All right. Well.
literally, look, my parents are getting divorced. I'm moving in with my biological dad. There's a bunch of people that need to buy houses. We're looking for places we can get cheap and fix up ourselves.
So, for that, you're looking for a cabin.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're gonna need a place, and that's the cheapest of buildings that are out there are the abandoned buildings, and we'd like a place with some privacy.
All right. I guess. Can pull some record and see what's up.
Yeah, can you like have them in 5 or 6 hours? I can pick them up after school. I don't need them like right this second.
Can try.
All right. I mean, if not, I can get a realtor to call you if you
Yeah,
prefer
that'd
them
be
to do
great.
it that way. Cool. I walk over and I pick up the phone and I call my Aunt Kathy, whose new boyfriend is a realtor.
No. Who is gonna be your new boyfriend? What kind of weird creature is he gonna be?
I don't know. She goes through husbands like we go through water. Nobody knows what actually happened. So I call Aunt Kathy. I'm like, yo, your new soon-to-be husband's a realtor, right? We're looking for a list of cabins out in the southeast part of town where they've got like all the like old abandoned cabins and stuff that need refurbishing. We're going to be looking at buying one. Can you get him to call over to the, county clerk's office and get him to get me a list of them? Because apparently they're giving me shit because I'm 18.
Sure, I can try.
Thanks, Aunt Kathy. And I hang up the phone and I leave.
Oh no, so like that was fucking weird.
Oh God, by this point, everybody in my family probably knows that my dad left my mom.
Yeah, but it was
And we're
still
going to need to buy
fucking
a new
weird.
house.
Like, all right.
No, we've become the talk of the entire fucking town. It's a small town, and this is juicy fucking gossip.
Yeah.
The oldest Tate kid moved out, and then her dad took off and is divorcing her mom, and now she's living with Percy. Like, we're the best kind of messy ass gossip.
Yeah. Your neighbor must be talking a lot. All right. So
yeah, she puts in the request. She hopes she's going to get the list. She put in her paperwork
Perfect.
that she needs to file for her stuff, and she leaves for school. And I sit here and be quiet now because you can deal with everybody else while I'm in class.
perfect. All right, the rest of y'all chuckle fuck. What are you doing as soon as or after Tiffany leaves?
Via's going to the phone and calling the school, telling them that gonna be having to take a sick day, but you know, it's gym. Like, like they're
Nobody
just
really
gonna have
cares.
right, they're just gonna
Yeah.
then have a dodgeball day instead of
Yeah.
like whatever training she was gonna have them do.
I'm gonna pull Lakeisha aside while she does that, I think, and
Alright.
say, "Hey, ask you a favor."
All right, depends, but okay.
I know things have been a little tense for a while between everybody. Could you not talk about any of this stuff with the agency, with anybody at the agency? I know it's your job to report back and you're supposed to be watching over us, but if you really want to help, it would be helpful if you kept this all under wraps.
I mean, I don't always tell them every little detail, let's be clear. But especially if what you're telling me is true. I mean, I hate to feed into your grand designs as far as conspiracies go.
Uh-huh.
But shit, this shit might run real deep. So yeah, I agree with you. It makes sense to keep this close to the vest,
Thank you.
at least definitely for now, because I mean, listen, I've seen some weird shit, even outside of this group, other assignments, you know, but the idea about how far back the agency's knowledge about magic goes, I mean, it's fucking me up right now, man. I mean, put it this way, where was whatever magic they're trying to harness when my dad died? You know, and I'm starting to get real fucking pissed at the lack of reciprocation that I'm getting from my higher ups about that too. You know, I've been trying to research that as much as possible. And I'm like, you know what? They don't feel like telling me more or, you know, answering my constant fucking requests to get to the bottom of that shit. Maybe they don't need to know everything that we're talking about here. So.
Yeah, there's going to be a time eventually where you're going to have to choose between the agency and whatever else is going on. I hope at that time we can see eye to eye, because I would really like to have a fighter like you on my side and not at the other end of my gun. But I have a strong feeling that the agency is going to ask you to turn your gun on us. And if you point it at me, I will do nothing. You point it at anybody else, I hope you understand.
I hope.
Yeah, well, Andy, Andy in particular, put a few things in perspective for me.
Yeah, I think that kind of situation would do that, yeah. Look,
You
I
know,
don't hate
sometimes-
you, Keish. I don't have any ill will towards you. You make me angry sometimes. But I don't have any issues with you. I just want to know that I can trust you, and you make that hard.
Yeah, well, sometimes, you know, in my line of work, There's so many secrets you gotta keep. After a while, it just becomes second nature. Funny thing about that, though,
I hope.
I'm not the only one that's keeping secret. Apparently, in one way or another, even Mimi is keeping something from me. So, you know, it's been a while since that's cut deep with me. I mean, my line of work, it's called need to know basis is tattooed and branded in our brains. Each one of us that works in that place. But then again, I didn't expect to get close to her either, so kind of cuts a little deep. And for the first time in a long time, I'm starting to remember how unpleasant that fucking feels. So, put it this way, Chris. If they ask me to turn a gun on any of you, that'll probably be my last day of work at the place.
I'll put my arm on her good shoulder, not the metal one. Look her in the eye and say, I considered you a friend once. I consider you a friend now. I considered not telling you about my suspicions about the agency, but I realized that would make me no better than them. Let's just... Whatever happens, let's work together, okay?
I have a lot of respect for you. And no respect now that you're taking on this dad thing.
Oh, don't... Yeah, let's not talk about that. Let's...
Oh, let's.
I think that's
Look.
when Mia comes back.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
Mia.
Yeah, you probably
that's
cut a
that
good
sick day.
chunk of that conversation.
Yeah.
Percy's like deadly serious in the moment that's like stated. He like melts. He's like, "Oh, I'm backing out of this conversation." Hey, Mia, how's it going?
Lakeisha's just laughing her ass off.
You got that sick day in?
Y'all okay?
Yeah, we're just having serious conversations about loyalty and shit.
Yeah, real serious.
I thought it was. I'm not okay. I think.
I'll,
Oh,
I got a thing to see about a coffee in. Yeah, and Lakeisha just makes a beeline back out to the kitchen.
Percy's just gonna look at Bia and like,
do I want to know?
I was just reaffirming that I still consider her trustworthy, and I hope that she does not break that. Because I get the feeling that whatever is coming up is going to make us all question that about each other.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep looking into this whole thing. Hopefully Tiff comes back with some information about that cabin, because I'd really like for you to not have to worry about waking up in pain anymore. So let's see what we can figure out about that, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So, anything that any of you wish to accomplish before, let's say, 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
I don't think Bia quite knows what to do with herself. Like, this is like, she's the kind of woman where she's gonna retire with like a year of sick day and vacation time saved up because she just hasn't taken any of it. So she
I
just
get that.
is like, what do I do with myself, not at work? And I think she does try to like do, unless Percy is like physically stopping her, she's gonna try and do productive shit around the house.
After Lakeisha finishes her coffee, she says, I'm heading out. I should be back within about an hour or so. And heads out, checks in at HQ.
Mm-hmm.
just to make sure, because now that she has been raked across the coals about what paperwork she hasn't filed on time, she is the model of filing correct paperwork, filing it on time, just nose to the grindstone, whatever assignments. And once or twice, I think she does try to keep an eye out on Mimi's movement. I mean, they pass through, the department like ships in the night, but I think she makes careful observation about where she goes when, at what.
Perfect. Percy, earlier you did mention that you were quickly looking at the headlines for newspaper, right?
Yeah, I did. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I did not. I
Clearly.
remember everything. I wish I did. Are you browsing further in that paper?
Yeah, sure. I'll go look through, start to flip through, just kind of looking.
All right. The usual, sports things and all. All the local news. There's also mention of local fundraisers, organized by the church, which Bia, you would have, you would be in the known for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And of course they are more mention of there's also that little section of missing people, right? There's only one new person in there, and they're not from the town, at least to your knowledge. But it's still, made news around here as well. I guess whoever they were when missing, they just wanted to have a general reach. It's still within the state, right?
So nothing that catches my eye. What's the name of the person from out of state who's new?
Adam Swanson.
Adam Swanson. Okay, I'll make a note of that.
Yeah.
Is there any reason that would ring out to Percy, or is that just a name in the wind?
Roll me a sharp.
Can do. I'm decent at those. That's my thing. Let's see. Not bad. 9, 12.
12. So you would have probably seen the name A. Swanson. He's not by any means a young person. He's probably what you would see as like late 40s, early 50s, based on the picture. But if you go look in your collection of weird books, you do remember seeing a book about occult and all that with the name A. Swanson. So there might be a connection there.
How old is the mentions of A. Swanson in the book? Decades or?
That book probably came out 10 years ago.
Huh. Okay. Bia probably, while going around cleaning the house, and Percy's doing a terrible job at keeping her down, just sees Percy tear out that page of the newspaper and just run down into the basement real fast. Sure. Come out with the book, just muttering and flipping through the pages.
I think she leans broom up against the wall and just kind of walks over, is reading over his shoulder, knowing damn well she's not gonna know what exactly is going on, but just is
hey, you ever heard of the name Aaron Swanson before?
It's Adam.
Aaron, Adam. It's an A. Adam Swanson. Sorry, God was correcting me.
I don't know. Do I get to make a sharp and see if I know?
Sure.
Cool. Just to see if that. It's a 9.
It's 9.
So.
I mean, it's not a fully uncommon name.
Yeah.
And you, as somebody that probably had to put like some of Percy's shit away in the house, probably seen that name on that book, which you would know where the book would be because you're probably the one that was responsible enough to put it away.
I think she's like, I mean, I don't know someone around town, just that book last time you left it out.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
His name was involved in a cult about 10 years ago,
Oh.
and he just showed up in our missing persons section of the newspaper.
Weird. We don't usually get out-of-towners in there.
Not that regularly, especially not ones who are specifically associated with a cult. I don't think I have much more I can pull from this, but let's just keep the name in mind, and hopefully Tiff has some more information. I get the feeling we'll see his name more.
And as you have, because you have the book, you wouldn't know exactly, well, some of the things that he published because you have at least one publication by him. And at least in that one, the man did do a surface dive about general myth and folklore of your state that you're in and surrounding area. And one of the things that you are able to also see in that book is some of the associated work that he's done, which dive into the history of like ritual and magic.
Okay.
But you don't have that book in hand.
Okay.
Available at your local library.
Yeah. But yeah, how much you want to get done on your day off?
Like here or like tracking this shit down?
Want to take a trip to the library with me?
Yeah, let me give it about, and she checks her watch. She's like, give me like 5 minutes. I got a pound cake in the oven.
Yeah, we can wait on that. That's fine. And then we'll wait to go to the library while other people do their things.
Yeah, pound cake first, please.
Perfect. So probably a bit, early afternoon, probably around like 1 o'clock or so.
Get pound cake out of the oven and on a cooling rack and head on over.
Yeah, I'm sure there's not gonna be like weird magical gremlin that will eat that cake.
There is a shrine to the puka outside. We are protected from that. All right. I guess we go to the library.
Okay. All right. Easy enough to find. I don't know when's the last time if you stepped foot in your local library.
This
but
week.
everybody at home, you should support your local library. That's my PSA for the day. You are greeted by the clerk. I'm assuming that both of you are knowledgeable enough to know how to navigate a library.
I was about to say, I think Percy absolutely knows how to get through a library. He has
Guys, tagging along.
Yeah.
the only part of his house that is organized is his lore library. So
go through that little like little thing that you have, like little paper in it that you can know where exactly the
Yep.
book is supposed to be located here.
Yep.
That brings back memory.
I, Jay, have worked as a librarian, so I know where to go.
There you go. Easy enough. You know where you are supposed to find that book, which you do find it. It's an old beat up copy. Probably some of his early work, from what we can assume based on the date, was published like maybe like 15 years ago. Probably like his first publication. Some pages are slightly missing, but yeah, you have access to the book.
Okay, I'll start flipping through it, trying to find any information.
Yeah. Roll me either sharp or weird. Either you. Or both you, doesn't matter.
I was gonna say I can attempt sharp. I will not.
Yeah, if it's
weird.
me, it will be sharp for sure. Is there a different result for sharp or weird, or is it the same?
Slight difference, but nothing that will make a big difference.
All I do is roll sharp. I'm gonna go for a weird roll. We're gonna mix it up.
Is an 8 sharp from Bia, so
Okay.
10 weird from Percy.
there we go.
10 and weird. Which is good, right? 10 is.
10 is good.
Like Percy and both of you are like not necessarily like the most versed people in magic. Right. You understand enough to recognize it. You do see that obviously like part of it is really much about history of things. But as you go further along in the book, you really see that you see pieces and elements of things that you would have probably seen through other research and through being in the vicinity of people that know what the fuck they're doing, right? So this Mr. Swanson is just not a fool. He seems to actually know what he's talking about, which may have got the attention, obviously, of some people that share similar interest or would be interested in his knowledge, right? Beyond the books.
Said some of the pages are a little
Yes,
bit missing.
and yeah, and when you like start like reading through some pages, you do see that some pages are indeed missings. And it's from what you can gather around, you have a feeling that it was about like two more or less like in one of the following pages like show example of certain ritual.
Mhm.
But what would have been the example is nowhere to be found.
What can we figure out? Like what kind of rituals they may have been? Like were they trying to summon things?
Yeah, it's really like history. Like some of it is about like history of like summoning things, and as there's been anybody that know anything about all sort of like ancient practice know that pretty much every fucking culture that has any sort of magic-y thing as either like a way to communicate or attempt to summon or create bridges between worlds through some sort of things.
I'm gonna take the book. Say, hang on. Let me check something. I'm gonna go up to the front desk with it.
Yep.
I'll just walk up to the library and say, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I'm doing some research to try and help my daughter out with some of her projects. She asked me specifically for this book, but I was thumbing through it. I think whoever last had it might have torn a page out of it. Here, you take a look here, and I'll show."
And she looks at it. No, you're right. Let me see who's the last person that checked it out.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I was just kind of curious. That was the page she was looking for, so.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, I don't remember last time we checked out this book. Like, I don't think it was like, I've been like working here for like 2 years. I don't think it was checked out in my time here. So.
Oh, yeah.
So, hopefully, like, maybe somebody like within the library like took it off for some reason, because kids these days.
Yeah, I guess so. So it's not in the system. We can't find out. This is just the only place I can find this book, and if I can't get that page.
It's like, if you look at back at like the last little page, like cover, there's like a little thing that last thing was like checked out like 2-3 years ago.
Damn. Okay. I mean, what kind of person tears out a page like that? That's weird. Okay.
More than you think, honestly.
Really? That happens a lot?
Oh yeah. Like there's some people that are just angry about like some content of some books that would like us not to like have them to the public because they're bad, evil.
Oh, like ladies from the.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I do. Sorry, not to worry you. You know, lovely Miss B. She goes to the church all the time. I saw her over there. She was looking at some of those books. A little bit of a nasty look on her.
One over there.
Yeah, like over in those shelves over there. I'm just saying.
The one
like,
you walked in here with?
Yeah. Well, we walked in at the same time. We didn't come here together.
All right, I'll keep an eye on her.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay, I'll turn and walk. I have no clue how to communicate properly to Bia, so I'm just gonna wait outside the library.
Yeah, it's not gonna be weird at all that you like just like talk shit about the person you walked in at the same time, one in a similar spot with, look over the books together.
Yeah.
Go back
Well, I just.
What did we do before we could conspire via text?
I'll just wait outside the library and be like, all right, well, I fucked up. I'm staying out here now.
Sam, yeah, you like see like Percy go to the clerk, talk to the person, look weirdly at you, then walk on the floor.
Outside.
And the trend for the adults to act more like high school, high schoolers continues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Via's like, what the? Are we not? Okay, whatever. And it's just like, and I think she does have a weird look on her face as she's walking past the clerk.
The moment she comes outside, he goes, I fucked up. I tried to get her to leave her desk, and I screwed up. I'm sorry.
What did you say to her?
Well, I was trying to get her to leave and go over to you, and she was talking about who people who like go to church tend to like tear pages out of those books, and I was like, oh, there was a lady from the church over there, and then
So
I forgot.
You're trying to frame me for tearing pages out of books?
I'm trying to save the world, Bia. All right, it's a small price to pay, and it didn't work. I need to know who checked out that book last, but I can't see the records until she leaves the desk. So,
I mean, you could have just honestly checked like the last page with like little cardboard thing.
Card? The checkout card?
I really didn't think she was gonna just let me like take a look at it. Like, I don't know.
It's the card in the back of the book.
Well, I'm a fucking idiot because I thought that she had the card herself. Okay, I thought she had it because that's how it worked at the library I worked at. We had the cards behind the desk that you filled out. Okay, I fucked up. Jay fucked up.
Even libraries have cultural differences in the United States of America. Sorry, y'all, our country is fucked sometimes.
It sucks so much.
I also, the only time I've interacted with that style is at, ironically enough, the little library at my church growing up.
All right. Well, okay. We could just send like Tiff afterwards to pick up the book because we haven't sent her to get enough information today. Or I could just walk back in and check out the book like a normal person, but she's gonna look at me weird while I do it. I'm gonna go check out the book. I'll walk in and check out the book.
Saying like 3 different things there, and I think she just kind of settled on.
I'll walk back in and go.
Yeah.
I meant to check this out as well. I didn't.
Okay.
I'm
Do you have,
sorry.
like a library card or something? Or if you don't have one, like a piece of mail with your address on it, so I can sign you up for one.
I do have a not on. Hold on.
Like a government
Person
ID or
doesn't have a
something.
library.
I don't
I was
know.
about to say, I feel like Percy would definitely have a
Percy
library
would
card.
absolutely
Yeah.
have a library.
He's obsessed
card.
with books, so I think he forgets about it. But then he's like, "Oh wait, no, I'm sorry." Here.
And you
Plus, we're in that era. We're in that era. Like
He was-
most adults,
Yeah.
Everyone's got
Yeah.
a library card. Be
even
honest,
adults have their
Exactly.
library card. Sure.
Yeah, here you go. Sorry, I literally got 0 sleep last night. I'm running on fumes.
All right.
It has been a rough few months. There has been a lot happening. I've been trying to deal with family issues. I've been trying to connect with my daughter, navigating new relationships, trying to kick old habit. Would
Would you also like to check our self-help section?
Yeah, actually. I'll be right back. I'm gonna for sure we'll grab
trauma dumping on the
come back with a
librarian.
bunch of like a whole handful of self-help books and pop them down and go, yeah, that'll
Commit to the bit, man.
yeah. I'll take all these at the cult book.
Yeah. I mean, they're self-help, not really.
Yeah, self-help. A lot of them are just like published by
They're
those
just gonna
people.
make your life worse.
Yeah.
Self-help back then were like cookbooks. Like
Yeah.
there was no
Also, lots and lots of Christian
Yeah.
right.
read the Bible harder books.
Yeah,
Correct.
exactly.
It's all analogy to like to read the Bible harder. Yeah.
And then Consumer Digest. That was about as close as you got.
Great. I'll come out with way more books than I meant to. Like, here you go. I got it, and I got a bunch of other ones to make it look less suspicious.
Okay.
I need some sleep, Bia. Let's go.
Yeah, no.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go. That scene went on way longer than it needed to. We're done now.
It's like when you like there's a train,
Oh,
right? You
no.
can look away.
Oh no! It went exactly the length it needed.
Yeah.
I think when they get back, Bia's like, actually, I think I do want to take a nap.
I think a nap sounds great. You want to take a nap?
Yes. And because she had been fully. Oh, shut up.
No. This is 2 adults who are tired and overworked. This is a nap.
Yeah, this was Bia about to.
I'm 42 and have 2 children. I know exactly what a nap means. I'm just picking fun because I can.
Bia was if he didn't immediately go like, yeah, I want to take a nap, she was gonna be like, I can't go to sleep if you're not next to me, and just trap him into nap with her.
Oh wow, they're in that phase already. Oh man.
Like she's probably told him already that she doesn't have nightmares as badly if she's got somebody else in the bed, and like has probably said some dumb sappy shit.
That's real though. That's real. That I've heard that exact statement from my wife. It's real. It's very real. So I get it. I truly do.
I've absolutely told my husband this more than once.
Yeah.
It's a thing that happens.
All right.
I'm gonna do it what Panda did. I'm gonna mute myself and back away.
So,
So
with
they're
some
probably
book checked out.
asleep when Tiff comes back, then.
Yeah. Anything else that any of you wish to do before, let's say, what would be in universe 5 o'clock?
5 o'clock. Tiffany ran back by the courthouse.
Yeah.
and peeked in and was like, "Hey, were you able to pull up that paperwork for me?"
Yeah, somebody called, and sure, I think I have it here.
I mean, it's
somewhere, but-
public record. We're allowed to ask for that kind
Yeah.
of stuff.
You can tell that this person like could not be bothered to work today. Pulls out a folder. There you go.
Thank you. You did file the other stuff I brought in, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Have a nice day. And she turns around and walks out. God, what is it? That would have been like 3 o'clock. She has ballet at 4:30, probably. So 5 o'clock, she's probably in ballet class. Like, it's only like an hour. It's just rehearsal during the week. So like 5:30, she'd be leaving there and headed back to Percy's house, back to their house.
Perfect. All right. So give or take 5:36 o'clock in the afternoon now. Is everybody back at Banks' residence?
Yep.
That work went
Oh yeah.
normal.
I was
business
gonna say,
usual.
Whoever comes in first is waking up the two of them, I think, because they both are so sleep deprived.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Lakeisha more than likely came on back as quietly as possible. I don't know if Purse is in the habit of probably leaving the latch off of the back door or something, or I don't know security wise at his place, but Lakeisha definitely said she'd be back in an hour. So
Percy has redneck security. Like, it's secure, but it's redneck security, and absolutely the
There's
people
like a
who
bad
know how.
trap if you open the door.
Yeah, but it's like you also
30 locks of the front door, but like the back door has just a bar.
exactly. And if
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what you're doing, you could just stick your knife in and like lift the bar up, open it anyway.
fantastic,
Yeah.
because in no way, shape, or form, in light of fresh pound cake, is Lakeisha going to make any noise to wake up anybody so that she can get to the pound cake. I mean, that's just a gift. She leaves some. Don't worry, bitch. She leaves some. But yeah, this.
Just gotta get that first slice of the lemon pound cake. I get it.
This.
All right. So, eventually, through the magic of montage and star transition, everybody is back at the bank residence. So, info dumping if you wish. You can go ahead with all your theories and what you wish to do with the evening now that you have access to some records and more things.
Tiffany walks in. She hands over like the file that has a. So I ran by the courthouse or by the clerk's office. This is all of the abandoned cabins out to the southeast because that's where the bulk of them are. I didn't want them to look for the whole town because it starts to get really ridiculous. I tried to make it seem like we were just buying a house and we were looking for something that's abandoned that we can buy from the state because it's cheaper and we can fix it up. But I got everything. Aunt Kathy's new boyfriend had to call in a favor and she just drops it on the kitchen table. She's like, I gotta go take a shower and then I'll come cook dinner while y'all figure this out.
You got it. And as Lakeisha looks over the addresses that came up on the list, is there, I mean, she used to be queen of surveillance over here. Are there any addresses on the list that stick out to her that perhaps she knew of as certain agency specific locations, or maybe a place or two might have been earmarked for some unknown reason, and maybe she remembers that in passing?
Related to the agents, I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. None of that seems to be associated with the agency on record.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so yeah, as she's looking over some of the information, and I imagine who would wake up first though? Would it be Percy maybe?
I feel like Percy, because while he might be tired, B was physically injured. There's a different type of sleep that comes with that.
Yeah. I'm
Sure.
assuming by like 6 o'clock when I'm walking in the door, though, everybody's awake.
Yeah, everybody's awake and looking through everything.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'll relay that that nothing here that I'm seeing on this list looks like it's anything special owned by the agency or whatnot. So, dealer's choice.
Bia wakes up, goes out to the pound cake, and goes, "Who cut into the pound cake?"
Wasn't me. It was not me this time.
Yeah,
Haven't glazed it yet.
It start. You know, it's fine. I take full responsibility for this one. It's good even without the glaze, though. I mean, listen. The way you make it moist without, I don't know. I leave the magic to you. Is all I'm saying.
I think
So
he is still a little too sleepy to like even put on the full mom grouch. So she just like shakes her head and like.
Oh no, it's the disappointed mom grouch. That's even worse.
oh.
Tiffany's not even in the room and she feels it from the basement. Like, ooh, someone is in trouble upstairs.
She just goes to the kitchen, pulls out the powdered sugar to start making her glaze.
Keeper, can I roll to investigate a mystery on all of these this new information?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Let's see. Oh no.
Willing to
If
give a
somebody
help.
wish to help,
Yeah,
they may
absolutely.
try. If that will help at all.
I was gonna say help is +1.
+1. I have
What
5 right now.
Oh,
Total.
okay.
That won't get it.
I rolled snake eyes.
Well,
Yes.
Yeah.
The fact that you're so busted that snake eyes gets you a 5.
I have a +3 to sharp. It's my one thing. It's what I'm good at. Everything else is bad.
I think you're still too rattled from your awkward library experience.
Yeah, I like look very sleepily over to them and go, "These sure all do look like cabins I'd get murdered in," and just toss them down and go just like watch the pound cake.
why?
Why what?
Why
You
the-
already got some pound cake. I haven't gotten any. I'm waiting
Yeah.
patiently.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Somewhere I deserve this. Okay.
Cool. Tim goes through all this effort to get this information, and we're like, I don't know, pound cake.
The power of baked goods.
True.
Perfect. Bia, can you roll for me for investigate mystery real quick?
Okay.
Because- And
Why not?
yeah,
Let's see.
because you're probably like slightly looking over these at least because some
She
images are
probably,
still very vividly in your brain.
She probably glances over them while she's waiting for the stove to heat up. Okay. Well, it's a 7. It's a 7. Partial.
Mm-hmm. Quickly glancing at them, there's probably like 2 or 3 that vaguely look similar to what you've seen. Obviously, the picture are a bit out of date compared to your more fresh vision.
And they're probably like different angles and stuff
Yeah.
too. Like, yeah. So I think she kind of like pushes
You
them
can
like
somewhat
up.
narrow it down. It's not perfect, and you hope that you're right.
Yeah. So I think she's got like the spoon, like a wood spoon for the glaze in one hand, and she's got them like fanned out a little bit, and she just kind of like pushes the ones that are familiar kind of up out of the fan, like playing cards.
Yeah. Just don't burn yourself with sugar. It's fine.
Yeah. She's been doing this long enough.
Yeah.
She's on top of this.
Sugar burn like a fucking bitch.
Oh yeah. And then goes back to, she's like, those ones are maybe. That seemed like they might be right. I can't quite tell. He goes back to stirring and he's like ready to starts getting the glaze, gets the pound cake ready to go.
I'll look through the ones that she pointed out and see if any of them stick out of having a history of anything that I know from my time in law enforcement.
You know what? You could have another investigative mystery and maybe do a bit better this time.
You can't roll snake eyes twice in a row. That is a universal constant.
I swear to God,
Out
Jay,
loud,
doing
duh.
this.
Come on.
this man doesn't understand that magic
Brother
actually exists.
Knows in this.
The heck, man?
Okay, it's not snake eye. Listen,
Okay.
I'm not doing it because I think it won't happen. I'm thinking if I do happen, that's content, all right? If I do roll snake eyes twice in a row. But no, I rolled 2 5s. So
Hey.
That makes sense because I would
Alright.
think that he would have a list of anything like that happened in town on his fucking board.
Yo.
That's probably about when Tiffany comes upstairs. She's showered. She's wearing, like sweatpants and a t-shirt. And she just walks to the fridge and be like, y'all figured anything out? And she's just going to start cooking while they're doing stuff. She's like grabbing chicken out of the fridge.
Yeah, we figured out that the pound cake tastes good even without the glaze.
Correct.
There's pound cake?
There it is.
Okay,
Yeah, it's over there.
What?
I'm still looking through all the photos.
Little bit left. Now that part I am not responsible for.
So, Percy, looking at a few of those,
I also hand Percy the little sketch that Bia had drawn that's quasi looks like the house. So see if anything pings his memory while he's looking through addresses.
So looking at those location, how long ago was Percy in law enforcement again? If you can just
I believe it's been about 7 years since he's kicked off the force.
Yeah. So probably just a bit over a decade ago.
Mhm.
There was an incident, let's call it that way, in the general area of Fairwick, where some of the bodies were found near one of those cabins. And by near, I mean like within like a kilometer or so of them.
Huh. Hey, Bia. What about this one in particular? I know you said it might fit the description, but how you feel about it?
They probably don't have pictures, to be fair.
Yeah, I'll just like hand the whole description.
Yeah. She'll give it a read over. She's waiting for the glaze and everything to cool a little bit so she can put it in the fridge, put it away. She's gonna look it over. Is it giving vibes? Do I get to roll?
General
something
description,
again?
would possibly match vaguely what you saw. It's a good lead. If anything, it is worth checking.
I mean, it's not specifically ringing bells. Like, it's not giving me necessarily the vibes, but it'd be worth checking out probably.
Well, okay. At least it's a start. We can run by it. How far away is it?
From where you are, probably like within an hour.
Yeah, it's already dark by this point too. Excuse me.
Oh, we could go out during the creepy night, or we could go when there's daylight. What's tomorrow?
Wednesday.
They still have school on Wednesdays, right?
Yeah. That
Yes,
one
Dad.
Yeah, okay, just checking.
ain't-
Well,
She's now chopping potatoes with attitude.
Was that as the attitude of potato or you?
Oh, you want to see something?
I'm
cool?
the one with the attitude, but I'm treating the potatoes like they are.
You want to see something cool, kid? Check this out. And Lakeisha, with her metal arm, goes and does that impossibly quick, dice that sometimes, and so.
Long John Silver from Treasure Planet. Just a.
Yep.
There you go.
Just be careful, like, not to chop your finger on the other hand. Guess it always.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it. I'm like, Lakeisha, I'm learning my knife skills, but thank you. I should just take all of them and dumps them in a bowl and starts covering them in oil and seasoning and all that kind of stuff. Just like honey, garlic, rosemary, chicken, seasoned potatoes. The green beans went bad. We good with just chicken and potatoes tonight?
That's
Just
She pans it all into the oven. It'll be ready in 20.
Just
Right.
She says, "Are you kidding me? Come on, I'll cut up whatever you need me to." Are you kidding? Let's go.
Perfect. So, still on that evening, any plans? Do you have any plans on how you wish to proceed with the next step of that investigation here?
I think Via looks very torn because on the one hand, once they finish with dinner, it's gonna end up being late, and if something happens when they're over there an hour away, that's gonna mean a pretty late night on a weekday. On the other hand, she is getting a little concerned about possible vision escalation. I don't think she's expressing that to anyone, but she looks like very much like she cannot. She keeps like opening her mouth to say something and then just kind of not.
I mean, we can always go over there tonight. I mean, it's not really that far. I mean, it's just the other side of the lake. It's a big lake, but it's not that big.
About an hour. That's
Not
an
even
hour.
really. Especially not the way Percy drives.
Well, okay.
all right. Listen, if we go at night, one, we lose the cover of daylight, or I guess the shine of daylight, but at the same time, we gain the cover of nightfall. Two, if something nefarious is happening there, it'll probably happen at night. So we'll be running face first into it.
Yeah, which makes it both more likely we'll find it, but also more likely to run into danger.
We'll
But
be
we could
ready.
also-
We'll be ready.
I think I'm on Lakeisha's side here. We could also save a life. I died.
You did.
Oh, there we go.
There you are.
My internet went out for a second
There
and
you are.
everybody froze. Sorry.
You're back.
You
Yeah.
and me.
And to us, we froze.
Damn.
Facial expression that you had when it froze was pretty funny.
Me looking down, like making sure my food isn't going to spill all over the place, and you're like, I died, and I'm sitting here thinking it's in character that like Percy died while he was gone and got brought back, and it's like the
Yep.
fuck.
I just said I
My
died.
Oh,
Elaine
ladies,
just
buddy.
I died.
I said I died just as like to me, and then I heard I was like, "Can you hear me?"
No, the way
Somebody clip that, please.
you were like,
that was
agree with
perfect.
Lakeisha, we could be saving a life.
What the
That
fuck
was-
is happening?
I died.
And, yep.
Why do
You
I
know
keep-
what? We should put you died like right on that part.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty. Are you?
We're good.
Is the internet? I was about to ask, are you stable? But that's a separate question. Is your internet stable?
I don't know. I keep dipping in and out, and I have no idea what's happening.
It
but-
seems like it's fine on our end. On
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
end.
Yeah, you're
let's go.
good.
Okay,
All right.
cool.
You're fine now.
Cool.
Are you settling down on a possible plan? If you're gonna do it,
I mean, if we're gonna go tonight, we should probably get a move on it. It's like 6:45.
Yep. Nighttime run. Break out
Hang on a minute.
flashlight.
Tiffany, like, it's right about time that food's coming out of the oven between everything because she's got it on like 425, so it cooks super fast. She's like opening it. She's like sticking the thermometer. She's like just waiting. 165, 165, 165. Oh, come on. Okay, good. And then she's like throwing everything in like old Tupperware containers. Like all the butter containers and stuff that Bia has held on to for years that have just
Yeah.
migrated to Percy's. She's making everybody to go food.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
To
never
go.
like stained by spaghetti
That's
sauce.
perfect.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's
Country
perfect.
crock. container.
Yeah,
Yes!
yeah,
Oh,
it's
that
all
is
country crock containers.
classic.
They freeze
Yes.
Edit that moment. I did
Mhm.
not say country crock at first.
Well, there you know. Go clip that, y'all. Anyway,
No!
All right.
We're going to the
Tiffany
cabin.
makes like
We've
little
decided.
to-go things for everybody and just like starts handing them out. I'm assuming we're just taking Bia's truck because it's more comfortable for 4 people.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
Tiffany will
the-
climb. Tiffany's gonna grab like a blanket because it is a little bit of a drive. She's gonna grab like a blanket and like a pillow off the couch, and she's gonna curl up and just kind of quasi take a nap in the back seat.
Yeah, and meanwhile, I think Bia and Lakeisha are gonna lock in with our usual checklist of supplies to bring with us: flares, flashlights.
Tiffany has a go bag at this point. She's used to y'all.
Yeah.
And they're just going through making sure that the inventory in the trunk is all good. And
Yep.
Oh shit! I'll be right back. And she runs to the basement and runs back up. And she like as she's walking out, she's shoving her knife in her boot because she can't take it to school, so she left it in the basement.
oh yeah.
Nice.
Perfect.
What was the
Alright.
80s? Were they keeping track of knives in the schools?
She has Percy's gigantic ass
Oh, okay, okay.
Bowie knife.
Like
Yeah,
that
really
one might be
big.
noticed.
I forgot the
Whole-
scale of the thing.
I would like
Yeah.
to point out, by the way, with all this talk of religion, that is a holy blessed knife.
It is.
So I
I'm
would love,
fully aware of that. I have it marked
love
as a
to
ritual knife.
know whatever anybody like thinks of that. Like, there's some amount of religion. He's like, yeah, I learned enough to bless the knife. that's all he gives on it. So
Yeah, no, he had told her it was like blessed by one of the local priests or something.
yeah, exactly.
She's got it. She knows. She just doesn't know if she's going to need it for that or not.
Yeah,
Right.
if I remember correctly, he talked about tricking a priest into blessing it or something.
Yeah,
I don't
something like
remember.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Which
anyways,
Anyway,
Anyways,
so
keep her going. Goddamn these fucking cats! I have to hurt.
yeah, for real though.
get going before I murder all of you.
We're going.
I'm not
we're
driving.
going.
I'm sleeping in the back or napping in the
Go
back
on.
seat.
All right. So, going into would be a truck, which is probably the wisest choice, considering where you're going.
Take the SUV.
Mm-hmm. Something a bit more comfortable, and that will be a bit easier to go if the road is not as friendly.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna do better than a sports
Mhm.
car on any.
Because let's face it,
off-road.
Correct.
a lot of those old cabins, there's probably nobody like opening any road to go to that.
Yep.
So, with that in mind, you travel for a solid hour. Probably a bit more, just to be able to really find roughly where it is as it's getting darker and a bit harder to locate. As expected, like, there's a bit of road and a bit of snow that you're able to track through with your vehicle, but you'll not, unless you want to risk it and risk being possibly stuck here, like you may not want to fully proceed with it.
She's going as far as it's safe to go with it.
Yeah.
Like, it can do some mild off-roading, not that much.
Mm-hmm. And it'd be weird to explain to a tow truck why you're stuck here.
Yeah.
Perfect. Leaving the warmth and comfort of your truck into what you suspect may be the primary area where, the cabin of your vision is, with flashlight and bags in hand, and tools that you can carry comfortably. You venture forth into what will ultimately become the darkness of the night. Especially here in the woods, it gets dark real quick. Anybody that did, that ever went into woods, yeah, we know what it's like.
Oh, this time of year, it's
Yep.
truly dark.
Mhm.
So it's probably just those big old, like, what, MagTech? What are the old-fashioned, like, heavy-ass flashlights? Bia's absolutely got those things.
Yeah.
And
Alright.
just pass them out.
Any specific approach that you wish to utilize as a group, or do you wish to all just be together, like clumped up?
I think
I-
probably smart.
Yeah, I think together, Percy's gonna specifically be looking out for danger, traps, people ambushing, any of the above.
Yeah, I figure if there's a front door and a back door to the place, you know, divide and conquer, 2 in the front, 2 in the back.
Muted.
Perfect.
I think
Tiffany's got eyes behind us because she's starting to get a little paranoid a la Percy because of what happened with us being followed and then them being turned up again.
I think B is wanting to just kind of make a circle and try and see if there is an angle if she approaches it from that it's like, oh shit, yep.
Mhm.
Or if she makes a full spirit and just makes a full circle. I've read spirit on my screen for some reason. And that it.
Your brain went there. All right.
Yep.
Perfect. So as you trek through the night towards just following the road and where it would ultimately lead to, you do come across some fallen trees. It hasn't been cleared, or it's probably been years since anybody came around here. So if there was storms and falling tree, nobody gave a fuck to clear them out of the way. So you have to go a bit outside of this. Can somebody roll me read a bad situation, please?
Can I do it and open up
Ooh.
my third eye?
Sure. I will allow it.
Is it just one or all of us?
You know what? Sure, let's go all of you.
Cool.
And result may vary.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I can use my cool actually because of my tactical genius. Okay.
Are we all rolling or just
Yeah, if you
Oh.
want to.
okay? Sure, I'm gonna read a bad situation.
That is a 10 on the nose, a 6, a 3, and a +1 for my sharp. So,
Okay.
and for a moment, I take in extra information. So I
Alright.
get +1 hold to ask a question, and then I can see anything that is invisible around us, and especially at nighttime, I'll let you determine what that means.
Uh-huh.
Good for you. I only rolled a 6, so that's an experience point.
All right. Bia, did you roll for it?
I rolled a 7.
All right. And Percy?
Sorry.
Oh, there goes Jay's internet again.
Well, Percy get eaten by a wolf now.
No!
Good night.
Oh,
I actually don't know what's happening. It's going in and out every second.
oh no!
Wait, is it me?
Yeah.
Yes,
What'd
you.
you roll?
What do you roll?
Sorry. Oh,
Oh no!
Ah!
Ah!
No,
You
it's
got
two
lost
wolves.
again!
I
There you are.
Yeah.
You're back.
hi. I rolled snake eyes. If I did get that out before my internet goes, I rolled snake eyes. I rolled a
Okay.
5.
See, you
Why
tempt the
disappear?
gods, and they are punishing you. They're like, you may not roll them back to back, but we gonna give you them snake eyes again.
Oh no!
That's
You know
more
what? I was
experience
at-
anyways.
It's the fact that it happened after I leveled up. Then I started getting all these failures. That's really the gods going, hey, Jay, fuck you. And also,
They're gonna
fuck
humble
your
you now.
internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got a 10, so I have my plus my 3 hold plus my additional whatever with the
All
can see
right.
invisibility and all of that. So
All right. So what does your third eye does exactly? It can-
so third eye is when you read a bad situation, you can open up your third eye for a moment to take in extra information. On a 7+, you get +1 hold, and you can see invisible things. So I have an extra hold from my third eye, so I have 4 questions,
Okay.
and I can see anything around us that is invisible.
All right.
And being that it's the middle of the night, I don't know if you're going to count literally anything as being invisible because we can't see, but that's up to you.
It's a loose term here. I'm gonna interpret it loosely. All right. Because you're the only one that proper success, you can ask your a question first, and
I
you can
get
hold
one.
some, and Bia can ask 1, 2. So if you want to go ahead, like ask 1 or 2, and you can ask Bia.
What is the best way in to the cabin?
The best way in would.
Like, are we seeing any doors that might be open, windows that might be busted out, cellar doors?
The door's not open. You can see like there's one window that's slightly busted out. It would be risky because there's still a piece of glass. But who cares, right? You can just, remove remaining glass and whatever doors there can also possibly be busted in. It would not be the first cabin.
Okay. Let's let Bia ask her next question.
Mm-hmm.
Or her question.
Bia is going to ask, are there any dangers we haven't noticed? She's trying to scout out and figure out if this is the right cabin.
Yes.
Shit.
Okay.
Okay. Is that
And I like the
right?
fact that, I don't need to tell you the details of the danger. I just need to tell you if there's one.
Great. Okay.
Actually, Frank, I'm looking at the rules, and it says here Frank has to tell us what the danger is. So, it says it right here. I don't know what to tell you.
Really specific.
I mean, that's actually going to be my next question, though. I can make him tell, or at least allude to what
great,
it is, and that is,
great,
what's the biggest threat?
I'm the danger.
Yeah.
Yes, we know that.
Frank is gonna emerge from
Frank
a closet and start
is-
beating the hell
See,
out.
now it doesn't need to be Demon Daddy. It's just DM Daddy.
Yep.
With Frank's picture staring into the camera on it. Next shirt.
Murder.
I'm sure that will sell like hotcakes.
I'd put it on a notebook and buy it.
Listen, Bill Murray, they did Bill Murray's face like that, and it's like, come on. You arguably have a much more interesting profile, okay? Especially your beard hair and your facial hair. Come on. Come on.
You heard it here. Frank has beef with Bill Murray.
That's right.
Everyone
Please
has
don't do
beef with
Chicago
Bill
dirty
Murray.
like that. If Frank's going to come to Chicago, I want it to be because he wants to visit us, not
Correct.
to fight Bill Murray.
I mean, might as well make it an event, right?
Has beef with
I
Bill.
literally live in the town where Groundhog Day is filmed. That man has shown up here more than once. Please let's not start that fight.
All right.
Wow.
moving along.
I think Frank could take
So
him.
anyway, what is the biggest threat?
Oh, well, see, you have the ability to see invisible thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is wildly convenient. It is probably the thing that is currently stalking you like prey.
Do I
Fucking
know where
what?
it is?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a wolf. It's a quadruped.
Excuse me, what?
Is it another werewolf?
It is not a werewolf.
Okay, do I know? I mean, I can see invisible things. Do I know what it is and where it is?
You're able to see one of them, yes.
What is the best way to protect the four of us? Because I'm assuming that we are the victims.
I mean, you're currently on the territory, right? The best way to protect yourself. There is possibly multiple ways. That being a predatory creature. Running away and flailing is probably the smartest way.
Stand your ground.
Stand your ground or back up very slowly. Or unleash hell on the things that you can't see right now. As you peek through the dark. Especially with those big flashlights that you have. You are able to see a few like set of eyes looking at.
Is the cabin between us and them, or are they behind us?
They
Like,
seem
would
to
going in the cabin be an option?
going in the cabin would be an option.
Then I'm
And
going
they're
to.
currently not like what you see around you are not in the cabin. They seem to be more like guard dog thing. And when you look in the snow, you're able to see some of their print, which are about like maybe that big.
I'm gonna like shine my flashlight real slow across towards one. Dad, I think we need to go inside.
And what you see as you have your lights on it, first is like the reflection of light inside. And how can I describe that thing?
I hate when something's so fucked up it takes Frank a second to figure out how to describe it.
Faster,
Yeah.
How do I
faster.
describe
Uh,
that? You remember
is
your
how you can
nightmare last
describe
time?
this.
Remember your nightmare, right?
Can I use
Oh.
telekinesis to blow the rest of the window out and like just tell everybody to jump through the window?
Yeah. You can certainly try.
Telekinesis.
Loosely
is-
dog shape or wolf shape if it was double the size.
That's a 13.
Mm-hmm. That is
So-
very good.
I rolled
Uh,
2 5s and my weird is now +3 because I leveled this episode.
There you go.
Oh, Now,
So it is loosely like a wolf shape. If you like watch Pet Cemetery,
I haven't watched the whole movie, but I know exactly
Yeah.
what you're referencing.
okay, you know what I'm
the
talking
the
about.
original and the reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go
Yeah.
on.
No, if it was like a super size like zombie wolf thing,
Great.
Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's not raccoon size. That's yeah, bigger.
Lots of
Yeah, you know.
raccoons.
and you
That's at least
spot
5.
one, but you also hear sound coming from other sides, as if
If the
they
rest of-
are around this place to keep intruder at bay.
Okay. If the rest of us start hearing growling,
As you use the telekinesis to break that window,
I don't even break it with my telekinesis. I'm literally able to just open the window and remove the glass with my mind, and I have full control over it and can let everybody through
yeah, perfect.
because of the roll that I did.
Yeah, it probably create still some response to them as you being there, and they will run toward you and attempt to pounce.
I would like to get Tiff out of combat because when I leveled up, I took an ability to do that. It's called Leave No One Behind.
Mm-hmm.
When I help someone escape, I can roll sharp, and then based on the roll, things happen.
Okay.
So I'd like to try and get Tiff out of combat and get her through
So
the
you'd like
windows
just
quickly
get her in
possible.
there as quickly as possible.
Yeah, literally just like put hands down, hike her through it as quickly as possible.
All right, go for it. You can try.
Okay.
But yeah, what she has done, so
Hmm.
this actually is going to work perfectly. So she has basically made the window open and removed all the
Yeah.
glass and gotten it out of the way so everyone can get through the window safely.
That looks like the face of the man that fucked up.
I have really angered the dice gods.
oh,
So-
I
yeah.
told you the
You?
magic works. Damn, Jay, what did you
Yeah,
do to
no.
me?
I got a 7. I got a 7.
Okay. Which
Okay.
is-
I was gonna
does
say
make
not
sense.
again.
So on
Holy
a
shit.
7 through 9, I can either get them out or suffer no harm, but not both.
Okay.
So I would like to get Tiff out,
Okay.
and I'll take whatever harm comes to that. It's fine. I got so much harm to take.
So, do you have any body armor on you? Just asking for
Nope.
different.
No, I don't. Just whatever happens.
Can you mark for out?
But no, I can't actually.
As-
it's
as you
weird. I'm
push-
trying to, but it won't let me.
As you push Tiff, one of it like literally like grab your leg and as you deliver your final push, start dragging you away.
Oh fuck no!
Oh
Ah.
hell no!
Nope,
Now,
nope.
because I've
Yes.
used telekinesis,
Mhm.
when he shoves me, hit my head on the way through the window, and I take a harm
Mhm.
Oh,
because I get
shit,
hurt
yeah.
every time I use it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Look at that. It works beautifully.
Narratively connecting it
Yeah.
together.
I'd say she either hits her head or she like accidentally bumps into one of the pieces of glass that she
So-
moved or something and cuts herself.
Bia and Lakeisha, you do see poor Percy being like grabbed and pulled, which also you have to worry about the fact that there's like there's not only one, there's like two of them, right?
Oh,
And
Bia's-
the one's
it's
about to
clobber
probably
time.
pounce on either of you.
It's
Okay.
clobbering time. Bia is just absolutely slamming down on the head of the thing that's got Percy. I'm kicking some ass.
All right.
And that is hell. Yes, that is a 10.
Nice.
And
Perfect.
So that is now, because I took a new move that lets me inflict an additional harm. That's a
Yeah.
total of 4 harm from my baseball.
Which is
Holy
very
shit.
Nice.
God
No.
damn. Fuck.
I'm going to, if I say force them where I want them, will that basically just make them let go of Percy so I can get him out of there?
I would allow it.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do then.
You know, it doesn't mean that Percy's leg is gonna be fine by any means.
No,
Like that
but
initial
she's-
pull and thing has been teared already.
I'm in the
She's
dying
pretty
state.
confident in her ability to. You're dying? How?
How are you dying? You should be
that's-
unstable,
yeah,
but
you-
dying is like 6.
No. Unstable is injuries war says time passes. If you
Yeah.
take 3, I only have 3 for okay, and after that it's in the dying stage for the next 4,
Okay,
unless I'm
okay,
misreading
okay.
that.
Yeah, no, that's everybody. But what you get to
Yeah.
unstable, but then you're not dying until you get to 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
So like
7.
I'm in the dying state unless I'm reading it wrong. I have 3 hit points left. Like that's where I'm at currently.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, my monster are no
Okay,
longer
okay.
fucking around.
yeah.
So, wallop, and that
Yeah.
was also magic weaponry. That counts
Which is
as
good.
magic.
Right. Yeah.
Because
yeah.
otherwise it would not have been as useful against those
Yeah.
things.
Oh yeah.
And your weapon is a divine weapon by any means, right?
I would say so.
So as you smack that creature, there's like a little extra little spark. It did hurt a bit more than you even expected.
Good.
Just due to the nature of those things.
Is one of them still menacing?
Yep. There's
If
still
at the
one that's
moment-
probably gonna, if you don't fuck, it's gonna get to you. Or
Okay, then especially if Tiff is down, Lakeisha would definitely rush over to protect her. So I
Tiffany's
would
not
do-
down. She
Yeah,
got
she's
shoved
in-
through the
yeah, she
window.
got
I'm
shoved through the
safely
window.
in the
Oh,
house.
okay.
I just bonked
She's-
my head on the
She's
way in.
like the
Oh,
safest
okay,
person
okay.
in this whole
So,
thing.
Yeah.
as
Okay.
Bia's
your keeper
trying to-
that would love to see those characters live to the end of the season, uh, they are very much fuck around and find that type of creature, as you've seen from Percy's leg.
Yeah, this is not a let's beat them up. This is a get the
Okay.
fuck away from this.
All right.
You wish to put yourself in the most advantageous position possible, which being exposed in wild right now is not the most advantageous position at all.
And I think Bia's going to yell over to like Loop's one arm is doing the like arm around shoulders type thing.
Yeah.
Kind
Kinda
of a little bit awkward given the height differences
Yeah.
there. And we're like using Bia as a cane, but
Yeah.
just like, Keish, help me get him in.
Yep. Just almost overpoweringly so. Probably lifts them up a little bit more than expected, and gets it.
Good.
Yep.
Just seeing that, Tiff's just gonna scream daddy and is gonna like move her telekinesis and pick him up and pull him into the house. Because I can literally pick up something bigger than me
He started to run. It was just like the 3 women just like blasted him forward.
She literally just like moves him as fast as she can into the house. Like she puts all of her magic into dragging him. And if you want me to reroll, I will.
No, that's
Protect the baby.
I'm gonna allow it because it looks great.
She just gets so upset seeing it happen because she had everything. She thought she had everything handled, and now everyth's gone to shit almost instantaneously. She's having a panic attack.
So within the premise of the building, there's currently Tiff and Percy.
Yeah.
With Lakeisha and like shoving Percy in and being helped with telekinesis. The 2 of you that are on the outside, anything that you're doing, as those 2 creatures are probably going to see the 2 of you as their next meal.
Heck yeah! Why have Bia be the only one that kicks some ass? I'm happy to kick some ass myself.
I will.
So
point down
yeah, if there's one that's near me, I'd be happy to unload on that one.
Yeah.
I hate to point out something to hurt Bia when I'm trying to keep her alive finally, but kicking some ass does mean that Bia will take harm.
Does deal damage. Yep.
Yeah.
Really?
Because that's how the kick some ass works, and I didn't choose the one where she would take less harm.
Oh shit.
So
Well,
it's gonna take a little bit of a hit.
oh tough. Let's see. I got a +1. I got a solid 10.
Okay, which is good.
On mine. So yeah, so take +1 forward or give +1 forward to another hunter. You know what? Why don't I give a +1 to Bia then? If that's possible. Can we do that?
I'll allow it.
Okay. All right.
She's still
And,
one, but
yeah. Yep. So just straight up, like clocks, hand to hand. Since didn't even have time to pull out a weapon really, since these things immediately descend. Just punches the hell out of one, right out across the snoot if I gotta.
Yeah, and you. How much arm should this do normally?
Let's see if
that would be
They
like
don't?
that would be like essentially your arm, right? So I'd
Yeah.
say like probably like 1.
got you. Yeah, hand to hand is like a one harm. So
Yeah.
mhm.
And you like punch it, and you see like the creature's jaw like go slightly unhinge,
Mhm.
and shake its head, it like more or less snap back into place.
She backs up. She kind of turns. Lakeisha kind of swerves off a little bit to draw attention and says, "Good.
Yeah.
Now you're
You-
paying attention.
You
Let's
probably
go."
pissed it off more than you did any harm to it, honestly.
Mhm. But it's trying to draw focus from the rest of the group.
Are you trying to get close enough that you're gonna be able to at least get in the cabin?
I would have gone ahead and if Bia and Tiff are trying to make it into the house, I
I'm
would have
already in
made
the
sure
house.
I was.
So is
If
first
Percy
aid.
already in the house.
I would have made sure I was the last one to
Okay.
get in the house. Put it that way. So.
All right.
hmm
Are either of these 2 attempting to get in the house right now?
I mean, Bia is going to. I'm waiting for her to take the hit from kicking ass.
Yeah,
before
that's
I
fair.
describe her getting in, trying to enter the house.
Yeah. So essentially, you take back the hit, whatever they would deal, right?
Yes.
And I'm assuming that obviously Bia does not have any body armor, or does
She
she?
does. She's got.
All right.
She has 1 armor.
Okay, so instead of 4, you would take 3.
So she's not doing good, but she's at least
No.
stable.
Yeah. Yeah. Which one is your not good arm? Like good hand? Are you a lefty or a righty?
Bia would probably be a righty.
Okay.
So.
Well, let's mess up that left hand a little bit, right?
Cool.
Oh
Alright,
boy.
good.
Oh boy. Okay.
It's probably a matter of like when she like went back to like batter stance, ready to wallop it again, it just hit that front arm.
Perfect.
Right, good.
So are we coming up on the next round? Yeah.
Yep.
So Tiffany's gonna yell out the window, "Everyone get in here!" And I would like to use magic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Y'all better hope I roll high, because if I roll high, I just saved all of our lives. If not, we might have problems.
Yeah, this will be fun.
Well, no, that's a it's a success, but it's a mixed success. It's a 7.
Oh, good.
So what are you trying to do?
Uh,
So to use magic.
Yes, it is used magic. Oh no, I can do what I wanted to do with the 7, but I am going to. It works imperfectly. I can choose an effect or a glitch. Well, there's an effect or a glitch, which I'll let you choose. I want to use my ability to bar a place or portal to a specific person or type of creature. I want to bar the house from the dogs. They cannot come in here
That's good.
at
That's good.
all.
Perfect.
Clutch. Absolutely.
You
clutch.
can let me know what the glitch is. There's the effect is weakened. The effect is of short duration. You take 1 harm. I'm fully willing to take the harm if I need to. The magic draws immediate unwelcome attention. It has a problematic side effect, or you can choose whatever it is.
Let's have a look at that. 1, 2.
But I am barring the house from the dogs specifically being able to come in.
There's
And
4
then next
options.
round we'll start working on Percy.
Where's my? There's 4 options. Let's see what's gonna be. Let the dice roll. 1, 2.
I mean, there's other stuff too. Like you could say that it requires a weird material, or it takes longer than instantaneous, or any number of other things.
I would say it's slightly weakened.
Okay.
It's not as strong as you would hope for. It's gonna hold for now. Let's just see how persistent those things are.
Okay.
But now would be the time to seek shelter. I would strongly recommend it.
Yeah, I'm screaming for them to get in the house, but it is barred from the dog. It's barred from everybody basically that's not us, but it's specifically I'm barring those animals from getting into this house while we are in here.
Yeah, if there's already something inside, it's
Yeah,
gonna be inside.
it's in there.
Yeah. And then I'm like immediately sitting down, like on the floor next to Percy, like, Dad, just stay with me. Like, don't look
You
at your
see,
leg. Don't look at your leg. Don't look at your leg. Don't look
you
at
see
your
him
leg.
like rifling through his coat for something. Are Bia and Lakeisha coming back to the cabin, or are they staying and fighting right now?
She grabs the
they're
bottle of
running.
whiskey out of her go bag and hands it to him.
Cool.
Bia at least is making for the cabin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Percy's gonna do 2 things. One, he takes a bottle of whiskey, pops open, takes like a large swig, reaches in, pulls out an even fouler bottle of liquor that like has a rag stuck in it, grabs that, uncorks it, pours some of it on his leg, and just like
Dad,
immediately,
just wait.
hold on, sticks it back in, holds out, fire.
She lights it.
He's gonna toss it through the window and then come up with his magnum and wait for it to go over the dogs and shoot it as a distraction.
All right.
I'm gonna leave no one behind again. I'm gonna try and use that to distract them to get everybody back
right.
through.
Is that like a kick some ass type of aspect? Or yeah.
It's just flavor. I'm doing leave no one behind again to try
Alright.
and get them back without any problems.
Okay.
And I'll use a luck for it because I'm not gonna risk taking damage again.
That is very wise. It does, because it is, a beautiful light show. It does catch your attention, which give Lakeisha and Bia the opportunity to get in as quickly as possible.
Yeah, so if you guys want, you can get out of there without any damage taken. That's what the ability does. So
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
Bia's doing that.
Yep.
And Frank, I don't know how this applies to anything, but I have a special ability when I use luck as an expert. When I spend a point of luck, I discover something happening now is related to something I was involved in years ago. Whatever. that
Uh,
is.
Ooh.
I don't know how that applies.
I mean, what?
I mean, to be fair, you figured this house out from a case you were at years ago.
It's true.
Right.
Let's say that the wound on your leg
Uh-huh.
is not too different to the state that you found some people years ago here. If those people did not have your luck.
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna watch the fire kind of goes slow motion. I'm just staring at it, look down at the wound on my leg, look back up, see Bia and Lakeisha both running, and then the gun's just gonna fall and I'm gonna just slump backwards and everything goes dark.
Yep.
I'll just fall on top of Tiff, unconscious.
Hey, and meanwhile, just making sure, almost pushing me up, like, go!
She's zooming.
And then just turn around, Legolas style with a gun, in this case. Fucking, if this thing is, right on my heels, turn around, pull the 9mm at the same time, plug one right in its face if I have to.
Really try.
Yeah, we're gonna try.
As they're coming in, I'm gonna be like, they can't get in here. They can't get in here. They can't get in here. Just leave
Yep.
them alone for the lead.
Got you. That is a 9, and that's 2 harm that I just unloaded in someone's face.
Nice.
So
Good job.
9 is a mixed success.
Hmm?
I do believe.
Yep.
So with a mixed success.
You and whatever you're fighting inflict harm on each other.
Yeah. So does Lakeisha has body armor?
Yeah, she still has a flak vest from forever ago, so...
How much does this protect you?
It's supposed to protect 2.
2. All right. So
Yeah.
instead of 4, you take 2.
Hmm. Okay.
So I would say that the creature probably grabbed your fake arm and gave a good select tug, which
Yep.
did
Yep.
injure the connection. So it's gonna feel fucking sore. It's gonna suck, but there's enough strength that you're able to shake it and get in there. Thankfully, for the current time, with the protection of the charm that is put on this place, you see the creature attempt to slam through where the window and door is
Yep.
to essentially encounter what is the equivalent of a force field.
Right at the open door, and it's just John Woo straight inside, and then turns over to see the thing just.
You are not sure how long this will hold.
Yeah. Oh,
Wise recommendation would be to use whatever is left in this place to make sure that this does not open.
Be a
Y'all, I can't hold this
Right.
barrier for as long as you think I can. Please get the windows covered. And I'm immediately
Yep.
going to turn to Percy and start having a panic attack. And I'm going to try to figure out if I can heal him or not.
You can try.
Because I'm gonna use my magic, and my dice are up and down today, so I don't know how I'm gonna do.
Boy, do I know what that's like. God damn.
Dia
Um,
dives in and she's about to run to Percy, sees Tiff and is like,
Yeah.
Tiff can heal, Tiff can heal, Tiff
So
can heal, need to do this.
it's a 9,
Okay.
so I can only heal him 1.
Mm-hmm.
And with the glitch, can I just say I take another harm to make sure that he gets the heal, so he gets out of unstable?
I'll allow it.
Cool.
So you heal 1, and you can remove your
So-
unstable.
Percy, you're, in a more medically stable condition.
Sure.
The pain of, having your leg almost torn off is still there. And the shock.
Dad,
And the blood loss is still, you don't have
Yeah.
new blood
Dad, wake
yet.
up.
It's gonna take time.
Dad, wake up. Daddy.
Fuck, why does my leg hurt so fucking goddamn?
And she'll just like put her hand on your chest. Breathe, please. Please don't freak out. I'm already freaking out. Please don't freak out. And she's like starting to freak out.
He's gotta like look at her for a second and go, hey, I'm okay, thanks to you.
Not okay, you're bleeding everywhere.
That's
Bia?
fine, we'll get a fucking tourniquet. God damn.
T-shirt, something, rags. I don't have a first aid kit on me.
She fucking pulls a, like, it's a small first aid kit, but it at least has, like, gauze and tape and just throws it over. She's, like, basically ransacking for furniture that she can just...
Yeah, Tiffany basically, like, pulls her belt off and makes it a tourniquet around Percy's thigh.
Fuck. Okay. Is everybody here? Is everybody okay?
Everybody's in here.
Yeah.
In here.
But I can only hold the barrier to block them out for so long. Y'all have to board up the windows or something.
Focus on that. Don't focus on me. Focus on that.
Do
Well,
you want me to
before
re-roll
we
for
can...
it? I don't know how long you're going to let me hold this.
Roll a d6.
It's the blue one on here. Motherfucking dice. That was a 1.
No!
It bounced into one of my other, so I have it set up on my digital. I have 2 purple ones that are Tiffany's dice, and then I have a blue one that's my whenever Frank tells me to roll a dice.
Yeah.
And it bounced into one of the other dice. I would have just, if it was a weird roll, I just rolled like a 14. But
Oh no!
So,
but the 1 is on the blue dice.
as any of you done anything while Percy was being patched up real quick to prevent any door to be busted open?
Bia is ransacking for any kind of, like, furniture, anything.
Yeah, there's still like
And while Bia is doing that, Lakeisha is basically like holding the door. She's doing a total hold door, right?
Yeah.
Just because the arm is dislocated right now. So she's just leaning all her weight, and it's like, oh.
So, Lakeisha, you feel behind you. Initially, you were feeling like something like pounding and like not getting you through. You feel that it's about to get through. Like you felt an initial like push to that door. You probably have 30 seconds to a minute to figure your shit out.
I still have my gun out, so I yell to the others, this thing's gonna go in about 30 seconds.
All right.
Be ready.
Bia drops whatever she's got. She's going to, like, help get Percy up. She's like, all right, when it's about to get in, you yell, let it in, and then we're running.
There's 2 more outside.
We just gotta run for it. We can't fight them.
We can't fight this fight. We gotta get out of here.
While she's in there, she is glancing. She wants to look at the floor.
I have
at least see if it's the right floor.
1 more hold for read a bad situation, and I was holding on to what's the best way out.
What is the best way out?
And I'll use we could flavor it with whatever Bia finds.
Like she wants to figure out if the inside of this cabin is at all familiar, as she's like, and this could be very not helpful because she's fucking panicked and not focusing on it, but...
Roll me a quick sharp, Bia.
Okay. That is... Oh no, that's a 5. Well,
That's
I leveled
a
5.
up. So you're looking around and probably like, you cannot help it to see like Percy's fucked up leg and your own, slightly fucked up arm.
Yeah.
What is the best way out? It is not a very big cabin. From what you can tell right now, it's like more or less a quick entrance / what was like kitchen / dining area, but like that is an old table that's just there with 1 chair. There's an open door. It's not like busted open, but like it's open to what would have been somebody's the bedroom of whoever used to own this cabin. With a window on that side. This is probably like your best way out at this time is to just get on the other side and get out of here, or try to go in that room and move the bed that is still in there in front of the door and hope that it holds until you can figure out something a bit better than that.
Okay. So yeah, so I think definitely best thing to do. We gotta book it at this point. I think. No, what do you think, Theo?
You have maybe 15 seconds to figure out what you're doing.
Best way out, and I'm taking it as soon as I know what the best way out is. We go. Like,
So we're both those options.
Essentially, like, you have either like the front door where you're at and holding right now,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and which is about to probably be busted through, depending on how strong Lakeisha can hold it, which might be tough. Those things are putting their entire body weight in it.
Yeah.
Or you can, go through the essentially adjacent room, which is a bedroom with what you can see is like an old, like very sturdy, what would have been at the time a very sturdy wooden bed, which might get by you a minute or two of shit being in the way.
Okay, this might be an act under pressure roll, and I understand that.
It would be very much an act under pressure roll.
We came to this cabin to search, and everything we have seen so far of this motherfucking Dr. Frankenstein, they have secret fucking passageways and things underground. Rather than looking for the safest way out, can I try and see if there's some other entrance elsewhere in this cabin?
Yeah, 15
Roll
seconds!
for it. Yeah, real quick.
After
Roll for it.
Wait! I have something.
we need
Uh,
something.
an expert. I've read about this sort of thing. Roll sharp instead of cool when acting under pressure.
Yeah, go for it.
You actually
Okay,
choose
okay.
to use that.
There you go.
I've never used it before, but this time, thank you, Dice Gods, for not giving me another fucking snake eyes.
Okay.
Jesus
Said you're using the thing
Christ.
appropriately for once. We're gonna gift you.
Yeah, they're like, all right,
What
you're
did you
actually
roll?
playing the game, motherfucker. 11.
11.
11.
Looking like for like an exit point, like something to get you out of there. As you're looking into the other room, you see a floor rug being slightly rolled. That is probably leading to something.
Okay. Everyone is just going to see Percy literally just roll over onto his bad leg and over, just letting out a scream of pain. He's going to grab the rug and pull it and just look for like a latch or anything.
Yep, you're able to find a latch.
Hey, open.
Everybody in
if
the
it
basement,
opens-
let's go.
Let's go.
All right, we go.
Lifting the thing.
And yeah,
Door breaks and shatter behind you.
Keish, let's go.
Jumping in that, like, as quickly as possible.
yep,
The thing, she just release it and it falls above your head.
yep.
Some of you might be even missing completely ladder steps.
Yep. Oh, for sure.
Percy, for
like
sure.
I see, if Keish is the last one, she'll wait until the last possible second and then turn around, let the door bang open, fire off one last shot, and like full on like jump back into the hole. That's
All right,
just
if you want to attempt at last, kick some ass.
You could get
Yeah.
really super hurt here, and
Yeah.
we're not gonna have a whole lot to.
I
fix
only
so far.
have
Do what you gonna do. Do what you gonna do.
big swings right now.
support it.
Big swings. Okay, we got an 11 on the die, baby.
Okay.
Plus one.
Nice.
Plus one.
That's good.
The tip
That's good.
dice
There we
So
go.
that's 12. So yeah, just
I was gonna
One
leave
last
no one
shot.
behind another time if I had to. I was gonna
No.
get you out of
I
there.
think that's the highest roll I've ever had in this game.
It's good.
Yes.
It's good shit. Good shit.
Solid 12.
Solid 12. All right. So it is not enough to like. You feel like you did not seriously hurt it, but enough that it buys you enough time for you and your companion to get in there and close that and pray to whatever you want to pray that they're not gonna try to fucking dig through that thing.
Yep.
and as all of you find yourself into whatever initial basement aspect this is, which is probably at most 4 to 5 feet in height. You hear the steps and scratching of those creatures right above your head. With a bit of light source around you, you see the dust settling and falling. But enough. Gathering your breath, looking around, you are able to see that where you are now is possibly just a quick initial step to further, more complex tunnel that will lead you way below this place. And that is something that you will explore next time.
God damn
Son of a... Yeah!
Some of us know. Oh, Frank, why you gotta put
Classic
that on
Frank.
I'm heading out. Come on, you know I'm heading out next session. God damn it.
Well, I mean, we can reschedule that one too.
No.
Also-
It's okay. Me and Frank let me know I was probably gonna get injured, and I was like, well, we'll see. And then, dice rolls dictated.
Your leg may be a bit too hurt for,
Yeah, no, it was planned.
If you think for 2 seconds, Tiffany or Bia, we're gonna leave Percy anyway.
No, absolutely
Leaving Percy is the safe move. Mans is fucking injured.
I
Don't
mean,
take
if
him anywhere else.
The safe. Have you met Tiffany Banks?
Frank will
I
figure
mean,
out.
if you didn't get the indicator when 3 women tossed Percy into the house at once.
Yeah.
We do have time where we can reschedule. Like, that's the thing, is we can do that.
It is okay. It is totally okay. You guys, I will be here for. It's only the next session that I'll be here for the other two, so it's okay.
Right, but we can like move it back a week, and it's fine. Like, I've got Wednesdays free.
We'll talk. We'll do it after.
Yeah,
this.
we'll figure it out. Because I mean, at this point, you're with us, and just from a narrative standpoint, just overarching of the show, it's not necessarily going to make a whole lot of sense that we would just leave you. Everyone's going to go, Tiffany and Bia would never do that. What the fuck?
Absolutely not.
Lakeisha,
would no. Lakeisha wouldn't do that.
I feel like Lakeisha would be like, we're gonna go get you help and like go get like find a phone call there.
Correct. Lakeisha would be smart about it.
Yeah, exactly. Rational about it.
Yeah. Lakeisha would be the rational one, being like, no, we can leave him. He's fine. He's stabilized. Us
It's
would be
like, all right, can you still hold a shotty? Great. Here.
Here, we'll be back for you.
Nothing wrong with your
Just watch
arms.
the door.
No, we can figure it out.
no.
We have some time. We have a little bit of extra time
yeah.
baked into the schedule just in case. We can figure it out. We don't have to necessarily have to figure it out tonight because the next recording would literally be in 2 days.
And especially seeing the power of these things, I feel like that would almost be triggering for Lakeisha, because with the claw marks and the animal marks that were left behind with her dad's death.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be like she would reverse that. No one left behind, right back on to Percy at that point. I'm pretty sure.
Hey, if you're about to snoop around a lair, it makes sense that this person has like things in place to prevent people from snooping around.
Mm-hmm.
And big zombie-like wolf creature, they do the fucking trick because they will just look like, oh, well, it was a wild animal.
Interesting slip of the tongue. Nobody said anything about zombie. Thank you, Keeper. Great
I mean,
layer of.
I did like give like a pessimer to revive, right?
Yeah. Pet
Ugh.
Cemetery. I was
It is
full on. These are
zombie
zombie
life.
I was
dogs.
gonna say he said zombie.
Ah.
That was partly why I was a little bit woo.
Oh no. Oh no.
So,
I know.